The Red Sea is one of the world's most vital waterways, serving as the main artery for global trade between Asia and Europe. At its southern entrance lies the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a narrow passage barely 18 miles wide. Today, this Gate of Tears has become a flashpoint for international conflict. Since late 2023, Houthi rebels from Yemen have launched a series of sophisticated attacks on commercial vessels, claiming their actions are a response to the war in Gaza. This disruption isn't just a regional skirmish, it is a direct threat to the global economy, forcing the world's largest shipping companies to make a difficult choice: risk the gauntlet or find another way around.
To understand the escalation, we must look at the actors. The Houthis, officially known as Ansar Allah, are a Zaidi Shia movement that seized control of Yemen's capital Sana'a in 2014. Backed by Iran, they have evolved from a local rebel group into a significant regional power, equipped with advanced drone and missile technology. While they frame their maritime attacks as support for Palestinians in Gaza, analysts suggest these moves also serve to cement their domestic legitimacy and project power on the world stage. By targeting ships linked to Israel and its allies, they have effectively paralyzed a global shipping lane.
The nature of these attacks represents a new era of maritime threat. Gone are the days of simple skiffs and small arms. The Houthis are utilizing an arsenal that includes anti-ship ballistic missiles, the first time such weapons have been used in combat, and suicide drones. One of the most dramatic moments was the hijacking of the Galaxy Leader, where fighters used a helicopter to land on the deck in a military-style raid. This high-tech piracy has turned the Red Sea into a no-go zone for many, as vessels are now targeted not just for their cargo, but for their perceived political affiliations.
With the Red Sea too dangerous, shipping giants like Maersk and MSC are rerouting their fleets. Instead of the Suez Canal, ships are now sailing around the Cape of Good Hope at the southern tip of Africa. This is no small change. The detour adds approximately 3,500 to 4,000 miles to the journey, extending travel times by 10 to 14 days. This sudden shift has effectively removed a significant portion of the world's shipping capacity, as vessels are tied up for weeks longer than planned, creating a massive ripple effect across the global supply chain.
The cost of this nightmare is being felt everywhere. Beyond the $1 trillion in goods that pass through the Red Sea annually, shipping costs have skyrocketed. Container rates for routes from Asia to Europe have tripled in some cases, and insurance premiums for Red Sea transits have increased by over 1,000%. For Egypt, the crisis is devastating. Suez Canal revenue, a critical source of foreign currency, has plummeted by nearly 50%. Ultimately, these costs don't stay at sea. They are passed down to consumers in the form of higher prices for fuel, electronics, and food. The international community could not stay silent. Led by the United States, Operation Prosperity Guardian was launched, a multinational maritime security coalition involving over 20 nations. The goal is simple: protect commercial ships and intercept Houthi projectiles. Despite this, the threat remains persistent. In early 2024, the US and UK began a series of airstrikes against Houthi radar sites, drone storage facilities, and missile launch areas inside Yemen. However, this military response carries the heavy risk of dragging the West deeper into a regional conflict that many are desperate to avoid. The Red Sea crisis is not happening in a vacuum. It is deeply intertwined with the broader axis of resistance, which includes Hezbollah in Lebanon and various militias in Iraq, all coordinated to some degree by Iran. The fear among diplomats is a miscalculation, a single strike that kills US sailors, or a Houthi missile hitting a major oil tanker, causing an environmental disaster. Such an event could trigger a direct confrontation between the West and Iran, turning a shipping nightmare into a full-scale regional war that would dwarf the current economic concerns. As we look ahead, the piracy in the Red Sea has permanently changed our understanding of maritime security. It has exposed the extreme vulnerability of global supply chains to non-state actors using relatively low-cost technology. Even if a ceasefire is reached in Gaza, the Houthi movement has now proven they can hold the world's economy hostage. The shipping nightmare may eventually subside, but the geopolitical scars and the lesson of the Red Sea's fragility will remain for decades. For informed citizens, the message is clear. Our interconnected world is only as strong as its narrowest straits.